Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 30th of May 2017. Right, last day of May, thankfully, and hopefully June the 8th will be the last of May as well. Sorry, I had to get that little bit in. Right, okay, a couple of little things before I start today. First of all, if you are going to book an emergency reading with me, it does say on the website, but could you please get in touch first and just make sure that I have availability? I just leave a couple of little slots every day for emergency readings, and they do get booked up very, very quickly. So if you want an emergency reading, please contact before paying, because sometimes I can't actually do them that day. I can fit you into the next days, but just to be aware of that as well. Secondly, as well, there's been there was a troll the other day. Okay, they're blocked, so it doesn't matter if they are still watching this somehow. Then this is about you. Basically, just saying that I waffle on and I just talk about myself a lot, right? Okay, now I do bring a lot of my personal things into these readings. Okay, the reason I do this consciously. I don't do it when there's other people involved in my life, but I do it about me. The reason being is tarot is a wonderful tool for life skills. Okay, I feel it's like an internal sat nav. It's like a spiritual sat nav that can help guide you on your journey. And I'm reading these tarot cards for you. Everything that I say within these readings is something that I have learned on my journey. Okay, my journey hasn't always been easy. It's had big, big highs and it's had big, big lows as well, So this is what happens, when you get the highs, you get the lows as well. During these times, the highs and the lows, I didn't have these YouTube videos. I didn't have anything like that. So I had to try and discover things myself, okay? And I learned a lot about myself in the process. I thought I was learning about other people, and I was actually smacked in the face, and it was learning about me. So the reason I do put personal things into this, and little personal analogies and things like that, and do talk about myself, is not in a narcissistic way at all. It's to let you know that this is possible to move on. I put a post on Instagram yesterday that I was talking about. It was quite personal, and it was about me having this wobble. And I've had so many messages of people going, "What, you had a wobble? You didn't?" And it's like, yeah, I'm totally, totally human. I'm not this super god or anything. Sometimes I know shit. Sometimes I don't know shit. But I want to get that across to you. This happens within life. But the skills that I've learned and the skills that tarot have taught me have helped me to navigate through that. And if I can pass that knowledge on, then that is what I'm here to do. I'm here to serve. So it's not about me, me, me. It's about you, 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 and giving you living proof. If anybody can have sympathy, but unless you have experienced it, you can't have empathy. You can't have that. You can't understand it. And there are a lot of things that have happened in my life that have made me understand quite a lot of situations that I have to deal with within my work. So I just wanted to say that, and just so that you understand, it's not the Tanya show at all. These videos are for you, and people tell me that they help them. So at the end of the day, that is more than enough for me to carry on doing it the way that I'm doing it, whether there's a couple of little people don't like it or not. There's, like I say, little people, little minds, I think. Okay, they can't see beyond what is going on. Some people are so closed, aren't they? But that's it. And one more thing, just before I go, please, can I just stress again, it is not acceptable to contact me via my personal Facebook, okay? I have boundaries up. I have limits that I work. I do a lot of work, behind the scenes as well. When I switch off at 6 o'clock, then I'm doing videos and I'm doing this and, stuff like that. So there is a lot of work that I do behind the scenes. But I am there to answer questions and whatever during my working time. And you can contact me via email, via my business page on Facebook, via my Instagram, and via my website. Okay, so there's lots of different avenues that you can get me. My personal Facebook is mine. Okay, that is it. That is where my friends are. That is where my loved ones are. that is never turned off because sometimes they need me. So, you know, if I'm getting a message, I was actually out for a meal last night, and there was messages going on my personal Facebook, and you know, I go to answer them because I automatically think it's going to be, you know, somebody personal. I was not working at that time. I was trying to spend time with loved ones. Okay, so please, if you have messaged me on my personal Facebook, I will not reply. You know, that's it. I don't like to disappoint, but when you contact me via the other ways, then I choose when I can get them. And when I come to work, the first thing I do is check my messages and reply. Okay, so I really hope you understand. I know I share a lot of myself with you, but I still need a little bit of me, a little bit switch off time. Okay, so I really hope you understand that. So sorry, you know, it's like I say, I hate having to do these, but you know, I nip it in the bud straight away. Okay. Right, anyway, back to the cards. This is what you're all here for, you know, not to hear me waffling on. Right, okay, so 2 cards actually fell out today, and something big is going to happen. This is what I've kept saying. We have 2 aces. Now, 2 aces, this is very, very strong. It's sort of like, it's double whammy of new beginnings, okay? So I'm going to focus on, we have the Ace of Swords and we have the Ace of Coins as well. So I'm going to focus on the Ace of Swords first of all. And this is a fabulous, fabulous card. If we look at it, it's quite psychedelic, isn't it? It could be like a sort of psych album cover or something. But I really love this card. And it's like, right, okay, they've just brought something into me. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Right, okay, I don't know why yeah, so only want to see you laughing. You know, laughter is a very, very very strong. When you're laughing, you kind of be sad. You know, it's a very strong. I don't know. Would you call laughter an emotion? You wouldn't. It's more of an action, isn't it? But anyway, they've just brought that. So if Purple Rain the song means anything to you, then that's it. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. That's what's just been brought through. But anyway, this card talks about, it's like a sort of mental clarity. It's like a newfound clarity of thought. It's like a mental and emotional breakthrough in some way. And it's like that fire in your belly is starting to, you know, I talked about it yesterday. It's like that fire in your belly is starting, like the flame is burning in it as well. And this could be around something that you thought had gone, you thought had been extinguished, you know, you thought you'd put it out a long time ago, or you'd lost it. Sort of like losing your mojo, you know. I want to say your mojo is back here, you know, because this is what this card is talking about. And what it's saying, it's like, this is about ripping the band-aid off, you know. I mean, if we try little steps, it doesn't really work because, you know, we get the pain and then we think, oh, we can't do it. We get the pain, we can't do it. All you've got to do is just rip the band-aid off. You know, yes, you might feel the pain initially, but that is when the healing starts, you know, and that is when you start to get better. So this is saying, this is about cutting through the core. If we have a look at that, it's cut straight through the apple, which is a great visual for this, I think, as well. So this usually only happens after some pain has been experienced. But this is when we grow. This is what I talk about all the time. We grow through our pain. And this has been essential for us, I feel. You know, so this could be something like, you could finally, if you've been getting over a breakup, you could finally wake up one morning and think, I'm actually over that, you know. Or you could go into work, a job that you don't like, and think, nah, this isn't for me. So this is it, you know. It's like that light bulb moment, you know, where you're thinking clearly and you sort of know what you need to do, you know. It's like you've put your efforts into something that hasn't actually served you, and now you realize that, you know, you see that, hold on, that's been pretty futile. And now I want to put them, because when we have I want to put them where they matter, because when we have a sword, it's often double-edged as well, you know. So this is about you taking back your power, not using this sword to attack, using this sword to actually defend yourself, using your mind, your clarity of thought, okay? Not letting emotions actually sway you in your decision, because a lot of times we can get pulled back from what we want to do for others' emotions. We talked about this yesterday, but this is like this sudden wake-up call where it's like, right, okay, I am thinking logically and I know where I need to go as well. It's like your heart and your mind are now strong. There's this power, there's this strength coming back. Like I say, your mojo's back. And when you look back at your life, if you do it now, if you just take a look back at what you've endured, say the last 5 years, okay, and when you see what you have come through, this is like the light at the end of the tunnel, and you will see how strong you've become and see how resilient you have become, and you can also see the courage that you have actually used. Okay, so this is what this card is saying. It's saying you are ready now to stand up for yourself. You are ready now to stand up for what you believe in. You are ready to fight for this, you know, and you are ready to be proud of yourself as well. This is cutting through the bullshit, cutting through the crap, not putting up with any drama, nothing like that. You have gained wisdom on your travels, you know, on this journey you have gained a lot of wisdom, and now is the time to actually put that into practice. And it's not about the, like, you know, the worrying sort of like you know, or victim mentality. This isn't poor me now. This is, you know, fucking check me out, you know, look at how strong I am, look at what I've weathered, look at what I've withstood, you know. And this is what this card is talking about. You feeling back in control, you know, you feeling like, you know, there is light at the tunnel, and you feeling strong and proud of yourself as well, you know. And what this is saying is, like I say, you know, like act it. It's, you know, this is it, act on it. When it's there, you're being given this like double dose of superhuman strength, you know, and you know that you can get through anything because you already have. Now, what is interesting, sorry, within these two cards is there's mountains, okay? Now, within tarot, I always, whenever there's mountains there, I always see these as problems, okay? You know, and this one is quite interesting because you've been through these problems, and now you're at this lull where there's no problems ahead, you know, because you are not getting emotionally attached to anything. So you now know, you understand, like we got with the world yesterday, you understand how the world works. Now, the thing is, this isn't to say that you won't have any more problems within your life. Like I say, you know, you awaken and you learn, but life is a constant journey of learning. So there will be more problems, but now you know that you have been through them before and you will be able to tackle them better. You now have the experience of something. Often it's the fear of something that's unknown that is more scary. When we're faced with something, this is when we like, right, okay, last time the way I done it didn't work, so this time I will do it differently. And on this one as well, you know, it's like the mountains are fading. So what I'm seeing with this, it's like you are now, the mountains aren't obstacles. The obstacles are being removed that were there. Or they were always like this, but you've seen them as obstacles, and now you are just, maybe, you know, they're like something that you're just looking at, and it's like, all right, okay. If you think, if we're on an aeroplane or anything, we look down at these huge mountains, they're little teeny tiny things, you know. So it's, you know, they're nothing to be scared of. So like I say, I absolutely love that card. And here we have the Ace of Coins as well. Now, this could be around work as well, because a lot of times this is talking about finances. Bit different within this tarot deck, but it's usually about finances, usually maybe a new venture, maybe a new job that you're thinking about doing, you know. This is my work now. This was my hobby, my love, you know, and now I do it for work. And that hasn't been an easy task, you know. I have, like I say, I was a photographer before this, and that wasn't easy, but it was my love. And I could have very easily at so many times went and got a job. I got offered one, and I told the guy that it would make it would destroy my soul to work in his environment. Which is, it still makes me laugh, that. But, you know, it's like, I could have sold out for money, okay? I could have. I could have had a much better bank balance. I've had people bring me food and stuff like that because, you know, we've had no money, and in quite the recent past as well. But, you know, I stuck it out because I actually thought about how would I feel in that situation, and I knew that it wouldn't allow me to grow. I wouldn't feel me. I would feel trapped. I would feel whatever, you know. And the universe always provided, always did, you know. It's I have so much faith in the universe. But so this is saying you know, stick to your guns with what you do. You know, is there something that you like? If I said to you now, money is no object, what do you want to do? Would you still be doing the job that you are doing now? You know, does it fulfill you, or does it just make your bank balance good and your soul poor? You know, this is what this card is sort of saying, you know. And if we have a look here, we've got cherry blossom there, we've got sort of branches with nothing on, we've got autumn leaves and cherries, and this is talking about like the change in seasons. And I feel that if you look back to see who you were a year ago, that you are not that same person now. Something has changed, you know. There might have been a few things changed, but you are not the person you were a year ago, you know. And this could have been because you've had tough times, but it has shaped you, you know. And this is what it's saying. And what they're saying here, if we have a look, there's a keyhole there. This is it, you know. There is a way out now. And what this card is saying, I mean, we've got like the pentagram, which is, you know, I'm not going to go too much into that. That's, you know, you use the pentagram when you're casting spells and stuff like that. So this is sort of, you know, spells are intentions, aren't they? So this is sort of like saying, you know, set your intentions now, because, you know, they are ready for you. It's you know, there's an opening, you know, there's a way out now from where you have felt stuck, you know. So this is saying it's like, you know, these mountains that I mentioned that were obstacles in the past now may look like adventure to you. Like, it's like, right, you know, this is really weird, because one of the places that I'm looking at maybe moving is the near the Sierra Nevada mountain range in Spain. So I have the beach, I have the ocean, and then I have the mountains. And it's like, you know, it's, I actually got pretty scared last night. And bizarrely enough, I'm just thinking about this, I was lying in bed last night, and I was like, my house is going to sell. I know it is. And I got this feeling. It's the first time I've got this feeling. And then it was like, shit, shit's just got real, you know. Now I've got to find somewhere to go, and I haven't got a clue where I want to go. And I got this real like panic, you know, as in like, oh, I need my security, I need this. And then I sort of said to myself, no, you don't, Tanya. This is an adventure. This is what you wanted, you know. So I just snapped myself back out of it. But it's scary, you know. But what this is saying is, like I say, it's a time for adventure now. And I really feel, especially around your work, or especially around something that is going to bring you financial rewards here as well, because finances are important. A lot of times within spirituality, it's like, no, we don't need money, you know, well, all this airy fairy, the universe will provide, which it always does. But your life is easier when you have financial security. You know, it allows you to help more people, but it also opens up a lot of doorways for you as well, you know. But what this card is saying is that anything you are thinking about now, if you're thinking about moving jobs, if you're thinking about starting something new, if you have just started new, this is saying that you will get financial success within this as well. You know, this is solid. Whatever you're thinking is tangible. It will work, you know. So this is saying also there may be some money come out of nowhere as well. You know, you may just you may just suddenly get money. Somebody could give you a loan, give you a gift. You know, you may have a little bit of a windfall as well, you know, if you like a little bit of a flutter. So there is financial security coming, as well as mental and emotional security coming here. You know, this is it. If we have a look here, we haven't got the Ace of Cups here. Okay, so this is about taking your emotions out of it. This is like a logical right, okay? And this week it's all been about planning, hasn't it? So it's like I say, don't be swayed by emotions. You know your mind and your heart are strong, but it's working together to slice right through to the core of the matter. Anything that is a problem now, it's tackle it head on. You know, it might hurt people in the way or whatever, but you know now, and the way you deliver it as well, you know now you need to do this, because the Ace of Swords is often about communication as well, and it's about talking, and it's about being heard as well, and speaking clearly, concisely as well. You know, I can't even say the word. Clearly and concisely will get you heard, okay? People might not want to hear it, or they might hear it in a different way, but that is their bag. That's not yours, you know. This is you actually speaking your truth, okay? And not just living it, speaking it as well, you know, and this will help you to cut through problems, and you will be secure and sorted. And look, we've got the yellow around here as well. This is like your solar power, your solar power, solar plexus, but is your personal power. So this is it, you know, you will feel powerful once you do this, you know. Now, you're not using this power to command or dictate to somebody else. You are doing it so that you can stand tall and stand in your truth, okay? This is what we use our personal power for. If we use it in a different way, that is when usually it comes back and bites us on the arse in some way, you know. But this is about us just standing in our power and standing in our truth. So fabulous, fabulous cards, them. I really, really like them. Then we get to the Osho card. Now, like I say, the Osho card are the blunt ones, you know, and I always feel the Osho card, I feel the tarot tells us what is actually going on physically and, you know, like sort of on the outskirts, what is going on within our life. What I've found with the Osho cards is they tell us what's going on in here, so it might look all good on the front. This sees past the sort of charade sort of thing, charade. It sees past that, right? And what this card is saying is, it's like you're feeling like you're between a rock and a hard place here. I feel that there is still internal arguments going on, even if you're saying, right, okay, this is it, I'm sorted, you know, blah blah blah. There's still that little bit, like I say last night, I got this fear, you know, what am I doing? You know, why am I deciding to just up my life and go somewhere I've never been before, where I don't even know anybody? But it's what I need to do. So this is talking about like indecisiveness, internal arguments within your head that could actually be driving you mad as well, and could be confusing you on which step to take as well. Because what this card is saying is, when we have this schizophrenia, which it's talking about in here, it's like two different voices in our head. And this is a fear around making a big decision, fear around making this decision to actually, you know, it's all been about decisions this week, hasn't it? And this is saying that there could be a fear within it as well, you know, and it's like, you know, we could be talking ourselves into it and then talking ourselves out of it as well. So what this card is saying is, what the best thing to do within this situation is to use your gut, okay? Now, gut is not emotions. There's a difference with that. What I want you to do with this is use your feels, okay? Get into your feels, because your feels are your best friend always, okay? Your feels are your internal sat nav. This is how I make any decision within my life. And what this is saying is, we talked about the solar plexus there, and the solar plexus is our power center. So if you think about this place here under your breastbone, okay, just under your breastbone, that is your solar plexus chakra, okay, and that is where, you know, where we get a lot of guidance from. So if this is a decision around people, okay, what you need to do with this is think about, how do you feel in their company, okay? Think about your situation now and think, how do you feel maybe right now? And if you get a tightness, if you get a little bit discomfort, if you get that there, it's like, you know, I would really seriously think about that. Think about other people whose company you feel very safe in, whose company you feel that you can be yourself in, and instantly that tightness and uncomfortableness goes. So that is how you check into your feels as well, you know. If it's a situation, think about that situation now. Do you start to tighten up? Do you get like a little bit of panic? Do you get a little bit of sadness? Or does it make you feel happy and make you feel relaxed and released? Don't know, release just came out of there from nowhere. So it's actually pretty simple to get into your feels. It's just training yourself to check into this place. You know, let your head and your heart do whatever. Let them have the big battle going on. But your feels is the one that will guide you and guide you properly, you know. Because the thing is, we all deserve, as I've said, this is a birthright. We all deserve happiness and contentment within our life, you know. And sometimes we have to change the status quo in order to do that, you know, because the status quo isn't always for our highest good, you know. The status quo is safe. It's comfort in its uncomfortableness, sort of thing. So this is saying, you know, let go, clear your mind of any projections or preconceived ideas or anything that you've had with this, and just start to check in how you feel. You know, meditate as well. Meditate is a great meditation, clearing our mind and letting our soul speak, you know, because a lot of times we have too much going on that we don't even hear it. And this is when your answers will become much clearer. Because if we have a look at this guy here, okay, this guy is there, and it's like he is between a rock and a hard place, isn't he? Now, what I see with this card and what I've seen this morning is he has ventured too far now to go back. This is it. You know, and I always say this, it's once you have seen, you cannot unsee. And this is where I feel this guy's back. So he is clinging to this sort of cliff here, and his legs are on there. Now, if he lets go of his future, if he lets go of this, what he wants, he is just going to drop right down because his feet aren't going to save him. Okay, he cannot grip with his feet there, so he will drop down into this abyss, okay, which is all clouds and it's dark and it's gloomy and whatever. If he decides to go for his future and he lets go of the past here, he's going to be clinging, right? It's going to be like white knuckle, but he has the strength to actually pull himself up and then go on this journey, okay? He can do that. You know, he can do that. If he's clinging with his hands, he then has the strength to pull himself up. So that, I feel, is a massive, massive, like, metaphor with this. I'm really, really liking that. So it's like I say, this is it. You've gone too far now to go back. So the only way really is forward, and it might be a struggle, and it might take all of your strength to do it. But who knows? Who knows what actually is there when he gets up on that cliff. If we have a look at the colours as well, this is green, which this is usually, it always signifies the heart, you know. So I feel that, you know, you could have your heart's desires there. If we have a look in the center of that, we have the diamond as well, you know. And I love that old saying where it's, what is it? Don't miss out on a diamond because you're busy sifting through stones, you know. And also diamonds, you know, diamonds have gone through shit to shine, you know. This is it, you know, diamonds have gone through a process of being polished and bashed and all of that in order to become beautiful and in order to come shine, in order to shine. And, you know, this is the process what happens to us as well, you know. And then the Colette Baron Reid card is breathe. And this is just, you know, breathe. This is what we, you know, we cannot stop breathing. If we stop breathing, we are dead, you know. But how many of us don't notice our breath? Our breath is so important, you know. When you, right, I've got to get this right. Okay, there's a way to breathe. And when you breathe in, your stomach, normally when we breathe in, our stomach goes in, and it shouldn't. Our stomach would go out, so we're taking in all the air and we're expanding. And then when we breathe out, our stomach then contracts. We're pushing all of the breath out. So, you know, just try that and see which way do you actually breathe, you know, because when you're using yoga breath, it actually calms you down. Your breath, there's an old teacher of mine, a guy called Jambo, who has actually done a TED talk on breath, and he's amazing breath work. He's just absolutely, and he does a thing called Ujjayi breath, which I may do a video on one day. But you know, when you're breathing, you're healing. This is it, you know, and we are in a constant process of healing. So what this card is saying is, just take a deep breath, okay? Hold it for a second and let it out, and know that everything is going to be all right, you know? This is it. You don't need to be in a massive rush, you know what is coming. And this is just gathering, like I say, your mind and your heart are now strong. This is about just gathering the calmness, you know, being calm within this. You know, if you think taking deep breaths, people tell you if you're panicking, if you have anxiety or whatever, it's take a deep breath, you know, blow into a bag or something like that. And this focuses your breath. It helps you to oxygenate. I think it's oxygenate. I'm not a scientist, so people will tell me that I'm wrong though. But it helps you to do this, you know, within your body. It helps the blood run better. It helps your nerves relax as well, you know. So this is saying, you know, take time to meditate, you know, meditate and trust, and then breathe and repeat. Okay, really take notice of your breath. today. I used to teach in a high school. It was an absolute nightmare. And I used to, when the kids were kicking off, I used to say to them, right, okay, we're going to have a minute of silence and breath. That's all I want to hear. And I would make these kids just breathe in deeply and out. And I would talk them through it and talk them through it. And if any of them spoke within that minute, they had to go back and start again. And within, it usually took about 3-4 minutes for them to actually get through a full minute without they thought it wasn't talking. But what I was doing to them during it was getting them to breathe. What was happening is they were then becoming relaxed. After that, they were different kids. They would just get on with their work, you know. And my life was so much easier. So, like I say, breath is so important. And this is saying, you know, it replenishes your body. It replenishes your being as well, you know. And it helps you to be who you're truly meant to be as well, because it keeps you in this calm state. So this is what it's saying. If any of you don't meditate, you know, don't worry, it's not hard. You know, even 5 minutes a day, you know, they say everybody should meditate for 10 minutes a day, and if you haven't got time, do 30, you know. And that is so great. I know straight away when I'm off and I'm so busy that I haven't got time for my meditation, I'm, you know, the anxiety comes, the you know, the what's the word, like sort of discord comes as well, you know. And I feel edgy, I feel more edgy and stuff like that. And then it's just take time to breathe, get down, and just like, right, okay, that's better. So this is what it's saying, you know. Don't let your head get in a mess with this schizophrenia. There is a lot of things coming good for you. Okay, this is it. There's openings. This is what you've been waiting for, you know. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. You're being offered a massive gift. I feel here, you know. Look, we have all the bubbles, we have all the stars. It's like your hopes and dreams are here. Now I'm going to pull a spirit card quickly. I know I forgot this yesterday, and just see what it says. I hope this has made sense, and I hope you haven't thought I've waffled on or whatever, but I just, you know, I think sometimes things need to be said as well, especially what I said at the beginning. Right, okay, so spirit card for the 30th of May 2017. What do we need to know? Right, okay. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that one at all. This is sexuality, right? Okay, so why this has come up, I don't know, but there will be a reason. If this is connected to you, then please let me know what it is. You don't have to go into graphic details. Send me an inbox if you want. But this is quite strange for this coming out within this, because yeah, there's something new. So this could be linked to your situation. Okay, an influx of sexual energy is coming your way. Embracing both masculine and feminine aspects of the self creates wholeness. It's safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. Now that's quite interesting. This is a whole nother video, isn't it, where I need to talk about this. Right, I think I will leave that one there, okay? But yeah, sexuality is a sacred act, okay? And I think a lot of people forget this. You know, this does not mean in any way that I'm prudish or anything like that, you know, probably far from it. But it's when you are sharing this type of energy with somebody, you know, your like oral energy, when you are sharing that with somebody, you are giving them a gift, and they are giving you a gift, you know. And with this, it's just be careful who you share your energy with, I really feel, because I feel that this could be, like I say, it's saying there, it's fine, it's great, you know, as long as you do it when you're coming from a love place. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be in love to do it, but look at why you are doing it. Are you going to do this because, why am I even getting into this day? Are you going to do this because you have this yearning, you have this void, you have this what? Because a lot of people use sex as a distraction. Do you know what I mean? It's grief sex is really, I once studied that, and it's a massive thing. When somebody dies, you know, straight away people are like rabbits, and it's something that actually takes their minds off things. And this is because, you know, it sort of does use all of our body and all of our energy as well, you know, and it uses every single chakra that we have. So like I say, within this, I don't know why it's came up in this reading. I'm very, very shocked at that, to be honest, but there will be a message in it for somebody. And like I say, just, you know, enjoy yourself. You know, we are humans. Our birthright is to be happy, to be content, and to also experience pleasure. Okay, so there's nothing wrong in pleasure, you know, however you try to take it, but make sure that it is for the right reasons. I feel that is what is coming through in that one. Okay, so right, that completely threw me there. I will, you know what, when I get a second, I am going to do separate little videos on certain things like this, you know, just so that you can get more of an understanding, because I kind of go fully into it, and I kind of make these videos an hour long, because then people don't watch. Okay. So I'm sorry to end on that note. You know, we went out with a bang, haven't we? Right, okay. I'm going to shut up now, Tanya. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please let me know if it resonated with you as well. And if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my Facebook or via my website as well. You know, you can pay for the readings on the website, and if you get in touch with me via Facebook, I will send the link over to you, but not my personal Facebook. Okay, that's my little bit me. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous day, and please let me know there's good things coming. Don't let fear spoil it. You know, this is a time for you to be truly you. I feel, you know, it's a huge change coming, and it's exciting and it's fabulous. Okay, a little bit scary, but you know, it's embrace the good with it. Okay, sat now.